Hey guys, I'm here with Sienna and Casey, and we are here to see the farm. What the name of the farm?
Twin Buttes Farm.
It's Twin Buttes because these two beauties. Yeah, a beautiful place that the people produce organic food here, and I'm here to understand the farm that the people work here, to understand this climate. I think that it's possible to see the snow there in the mountains. Ooh, it's very cold. So you're here to understand the place, but it's not necessary to pass much time here. So I return to the car now because the snowing. It's not just too easy to see, but maybe in my hands, it's possible to see the snow. Can you see? Oh yeah. So it's very different from the Brazil, but the idea is to understand because we use the same principles in all the part of the words, but here there is specific conditions. So thank you. And can you explain about what they propose here to the farm to produce?
Yeah, like our operations. So we're a small scale market garden. So we grow mainly vegetables, and we have some laying chickens. So we get eggs from them, and it's organic without the label. So no chemicals, no synthetic fertilizers or anything like that. And we're 2 acres. We cultivate 1 acre of that, and it's all hand scale. And yeah, we're in a high desert environment. We're farming at about 6,500 feet elevation. So we have a pretty short season.
Yeah.
Flowers we're using as a buffer bed because we want to grow more flowers. We put flower seed over here too. We're gonna see if they pop up this year. If not, they'll probably come back next year because they're perennials. But yeah, we wanted to attract more pollinators.
Nice.
Just to help the ecosystem, because this farm has been around for over a decade before me and Sienna took it on. So we've taken on a lot of previous manager generations, and these gardens were the first 2 gardens to be built here. So they're the soil is pretty, we have to take care of it because it's been planted on almost every year for 10 years at this point. We left that open last year. We didn't plant anything in there except for cover crop. So we don't try to leave the soil bare. We put cover crops, so rye, oat, and peas to hold the roots, to hold the soil, to keep it nice and healthy over the winter time. And then in the summer, this is all rye. This is all our cover crop, but we just left it because it's just fine. It's not gonna do any damage. And then we planted out everything in this garden has been planted except for a couple rows of salad, but everything that you don't see anything growing right now has been direct seeded, and so we're just waiting for it to germinate because it takes time. And it's radish,
maybe
carrots.
I'll come out in a month or something, take some pictures for you.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's still early season for us right now.
Are you doing squash at all, or do you have any? Yeah.
We have starts in the greenhouse, but squash doesn't like freezing temperatures.
No, totally.
So right now it's supposed to get down to 28 degrees, and most of the stuff that we grow for food production doesn't like freezing temperatures.
Yeah.
So we can't put them in until after the last frost, which is usually end of May, early June, and then starts back up in September. So it's really short.
So do you use the cycle of the plantations? So one part plant some species, and after these change the species. Yeah. Okay.
So
true.
last year these beds were completely different plants.
Okay.
And we change them up. We had salad in these beds last year, and now it's peas and spinach. So we make sure to rotate the crops, so we're not monocropping. We're not keeping just salad year after year after year, and we keep records. So we know, and all of our salad is underneath the white stuff for protection since it's gonna get cold. And we ran out because a lot of it got eaten by mice over the winter time. So we have a lot of pests, unfortunately, but that's what happens when it's cold and then hot, they all come out and have babies in March and April, and then eat everything of ours. And so we're getting more coverage for our salad over there, but we're just hoping most of our stuff will survive the next couple of days because our bok choy is looking pretty gnarly. Like the stuff we have in the ground right now, we'll probably have to replant.
Oh, really?
It's so unpredictable. Except for our salad. Our salad should be fine.
Yeah, the salads usually.
Yeah, because we have 3 successions of salad. So each succession we plant out is about 800 seeds. So 800 little plants that we have right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very
Which
good.
we go harvest and then we take down and clean and like bag it all up, which is like a whole, whole nother production. Yeah. And then our apple tree that we don't do anything with. That was here before we got here. But yeah, we have like a process of like how we do things. So like if you look over there, it's covered with plastic right now. And that's because we cover up the beds so it suppresses the weeds and the cover crop. And what it does is that it germinates it keeps it hot. It'll germinate the seeds, and then when the seeds are growing, it'll kill them. And so it brings out all of the weed seeds so we can kill them all. So when we remove the tarp, we can immediately get in and it's just soil. We can broad fork and start prepping our beds. That way we don't have to spend multiple days weeding before we can even get in our beds, because the weeds here, we are organic. Like all of our practice is organic. We're not certified because we were only farming in under 2 acres, and we don't sell to like really big what's it called, like stores, or like we're not really big, and so we're not certified because it costs a lot of money to keep that certification. But all the practices we do here are organic, so it's a lot of weeds, a lot of pests, but we work around it, and it's part of the job. Like you can even see some like the rye's coming back right now. That's fine, we'll just go in and pull it. But yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
It's
Very
beautiful
good.
here too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Mountains and the trees.
it's always fun describing to people that I farm literally on the mountainside. Like,
Yeah.
at 7,000 feet. Growing food for people to eat somehow. A lot
Very
different
good.
than Brazil.
Yeah. Because here you produce food for every year, and you not change the places. Because in Brazil we have conditions. If we plant many things in the same place, food, vegetables, we need to organize, because we grow in many species that we don't. It's not good to the plants, because we need to make in the succession natural, because sometimes the soil, if we use a lot the same place, we compacted the soil. So I think here it's different, because you have a techniques to use the same place, and you don't have these problems. You continue and the produce, you see the difference between year to year, about the quality of the vegetables, or something, this form, the quality, or the size of the vegetables. What do you have to talk me about this?
Yeah, so most of our quality is pretty similar because of our seed, like where we get our seed. And we've gotten to the point where certain seed varieties work best in this environment. And so we continue to use that seed. And I think having good seed over years of experimenting and seeing what works has really made this place profitable. Because like I said, there's been 5 or 6 managers before we even got here. And so we already had all that information. Like we didn't have to see what seed produced a lot, or if you plant what's it called? Like when you plant them in the nursery or in our greenhouse and you only get 5 that germinate, we don't really have to worry about that anymore. We know what works. We know what salad seeds work to give us the quality of salad that we can sell. And we've been doing that for years, and it's good. It works well. There are there are little things that we do experiment to see if it does better, or the seed was on sale, so we'll try it and give it a try. But for the most part, I think having good seed means you'll have good quality produce, and also you'll have a lot of it. You'll get as much as you can possibly get from that good seed. And also like the weather, it's very weather dependent too. Like I said, like bok choy, like we used that seed last year and the bok choy did wonderful, but this year it got cold and now it's sad. And it's the same seed, it's the same bok choy, but we planted it a little too early. And so, you know, we're probably not going to be able to harvest that bok choy. And if we did harvest that bok choy, it might be a couple months or a couple weeks from now to even get anything edible out of that. Like I don't even know if we'd be able to sell it, because that's another thing with market gardening. Like you can grow things, but like is it sellable too, like the quality like you're talking about. And that's like really important. Like a lot of what we grow, you know, we do look at the quality and we make sure that it is we can sell it to people so people can eat it and people want to buy it, and you know it's good food for people to eat and they come back. You know, and I mean that starts with soil health at the end of the day. You know, like your carrot's not going to be nutritious unless you have nutrients in your soil. So good seed, good soil, and you'll have good produce.
Yeah, it's necessary. Look for all the process, all the things it's necessary to make the best. If you make the best in all the process, the results is the best.
Yeah, and of course love. You know, that's added it too. I feel like when people care about the stuff that they grow, it does make a difference. Kind of like when you cook too, you know, if you care about what you're cooking for your friends and family, it tastes better.
It's true.
In my opinion, it's true. And I feel like, you know, farmers, especially in this region, it's already a very difficult climate to farm in. And people who choose to farm in this region, you know, you kind of have to be really passionate and, you know, and also prepared for anything, because like it's going to get down to 28 degrees. It was 78 3 days ago and now it's gonna be 28 tonight, so it's like, oh, here we go, you know. But you gotta love what you do, and it's the season's so short. Like I was farming in Hawaii and I was like, wow, you guys go so slow here. Like, do you ever have to tell people to like hurry up? And they're like, no, we grow food all year long, like it's whatever. And I was like, oh, that must be nice. I'm out here like getting the salad and running down the lines. You know, it's delicious.
Yeah.
We also, I mean, our chickens are down there. I don't know if you guys wanted to see the chickens.
Sure.
They're it's a little rowdy. Not rowdy. They're a little rough right now because they're molting. So do you know when chickens molt, they like lose their they lose their feathers. Yeah. So they look a little rough right now. So I don't know if you want to see them. But they're still producing eggs, which is nice.
That's good.
Yeah.
So and you have conditions to use to make a cycle of the produce here. Do you have chickens and use the I don't know the name, the shit?
Yeah, the poop.
The poo.
Yes. Yeah, we do. We actually, it's like a dream of ours. Like if we had one, like if all this was on one place instead of 5 different gardens, like to let them, to let them go, because like their poop is actually really high in nitrogen, and it's like, you know, a lot of soil needs nitrogen, and it's like, yeah, their poop is like perfect fertilizer because it's organic. And you know, the chickens, they also like, they move the dirt around too, so they like stir up the soil, and they're like really good for farming. But like we can't really just like take our 40 chickens, drop them off here and take them over there. But we do collect all of their poop and we compost on site. So we do use their poop, put it in our compost, and then we put compost on all of our beds that we prep. So it does get put back. It does get put back in the cycle. And then we sell their eggs because they're all egg layers. They're not meat chickens, except for one. We have Hank, but I don't think anybody wants to eat him.
Okay.
No. Hank can live.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for your attention.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay.